brought to you by Accenture Extended Reality. This is Field of View.
I think, there's a tendency for people to look at success stories and be like, hey, look, they went from 0 to 100. It's like, just like that. That's amazing overnight. But I guess the reality normally is it has its ups and downs, right? It's a roller coaster journey. I mean, this is probably contrary to you as a marketing person, but what were some of the failures along the way that you had to learn and overcome?
Of course there is like with they are bigger and smaller, and usually with the startups, usually the failures that you want to avoid, that you make promises that you cannot keep, right? That is the failure of the collaboration between marketing and product management, that you either there are timetables or the product, what it can do. And I'm really proud that with Varjo we've been actually being able to deliver both on the schedule and on the product wise what we kind of have been promising. And but of course maybe those are the things that don't show outside so much of what where we have been maybe not being able to go so fast as we wanted, or so on. Maybe one thing, when the very beginning we were thinking of like who are the users of our technology in the future, and we were kind of like thinking like simulation design, and then we were thinking about this entertainment a lot, like location-based entertainment and so on. And I think that was something that I felt that we haven't yet been able to do a product that is like usable. It's something that kind of like solves the problem for the location-based entertainment in the right way, or it's been a little bit slower, the kind of like adoption curve there. And the other one is also that we are really, really looking forward to do even more things in the AEC, so construction and engineering and architecture and these kind of things. So, but in the end, you need to make choices when you are creating a product. So you need to have your focus areas, and it is just choices where you want to focus your thing. But many times you're thinking like, yeah, we should do faster and progress faster on many different fronts, but that's the smartness of course a good product management and marketing, that you need to focus where you want to do the most impact. Okay, so if you think about some failures, there have been demos, right? So we met with this early on when we had the prototypes, and we were visiting some big potential clients, and the headset just didn't start, or the prototype back in the day just didn't start right away. So there have been those moments. Okay, let's reboot and talk something and reboot. And but those are. I'm really proud that we have taken those risks. That we were really kind of like taking those risks and go out there and show the technology, and 95% of the times it worked, but of course in few times it didn't, and of course you wish that it would have worked like 100% of the time. But yeah, I do remember these small things, and they are in that moment it feels like, oh shit, it just doesn't work. It doesn't kind of like and start to show the image, but that's part of the progress, and that's part of ultimate creating a success, that you are willing to fail, and accepting failure is one thing that you just need to accept. So we have done
and make success more fun when it happens, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You can't always be at the top.
No, and in the beginning you need to start from somewhere.
And I have a question, because one of the things that you said caught my attention yesterday. I moderated a panel about location-based entertainment with our friends at Industrial Light and Magic and Marvel, and you're talking about location-based entertainment. The kind of technologies and innovation that come from the enterprise, and especially in aerospace and defense, very often bubble up and go to the consumer market, right? Yeah. So there's this kind of osmosis between the enterprise market and the consumer market. When the technology becomes affordable enough, then becomes available for the masses, and obviously these people will have access to this amazing Retina human eye resolution displays. Do you see Varjo shifting their business in the future when the technology will be more accessible in terms of pricing for consumers, or do you think that Varjo will remain and will keep their idea of selling just to enterprise straight in the future?
Mm-hmm. So very early on Varjo, we decided that we want to do the best product out there, and we were quickly to see that in order to do the best product, we needed to serve a focus group of people who had the need for the ultimate visual fidelity, and that's what we are doing. So we are focusing on professional. That said, exactly like you said, the technology does trickle down. We've been saying it from the beginning, and we are really following the market with a keen eye. And at that point, when we feel that there's a good enough reasons to think about new target groups, for sure we will do it. So I think it's like I think it's just smart to kind of like always think openly about the future. But it's all about creating the right product with the right proposition and right features at the right price. And at the moment, that place where we want to be is with the professionals for sure. But like I said, we are all enthusiasts about VR technology, where it's going, different products people are doing, and we are following that with a keen eye. So I will let you guys know when there's something.
Oh yes, please! I can't wait to try Flight Simulator with the Varjo. Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you know if you have any consumer at all?
Sorry.
I just wondered, do you know if you have any like non-enterprise users buying these headsets or anything like that?
So there's a lot of, let's say, a lot of questions come to us for sure. Okay. So saying like, can we buy it? And at the moment, like, yes, you need a business ID. So we sell to the businesses. But what was interesting in my mind when we announced the XR3 and VR3, and by the way, we were able to create this VR3 and XR3. So they are our mantra when we were doing these products, were like half the price and double the performance. And that was true. So we were able to create products that are much more accessible than before to wider group of professional users. But when we announced these products, there were a lot of reviews and a lot of like creators on YouTube were reviewing our product and talking about our products and kind of like ideating around the products, and I think that was really interesting. To me, it just tells that there is need and kind of like the visual fidelity that you get. That kind of like the visual fidelity is the key to have this very immersive feeling, whether you're playing or doing kind of creative work inside VR or XR. So yeah, we are really. I think it's a great sign that there's interest towards various products in not only in professional kind of like users. So I think that's really interesting, and of course we talk with these people and we want to learn from them what they feel about our products. But I think Varjo's brand from the very beginning was a little bit unconventional B2B brand that that was my background, coming from the demo scene and coming from many other places, that we wanted to create a brand for Varjo that is, first of all, it's credible, but it is the kind of brand that is also aspirational. And the way that we design the products with this reflective front plate and everything, we want to make beautiful products because our job is to inspire, and beautiful things do inspire people to do amazing things, and so it is very holistic thinking brand wise that we are creating for Varjo, and we have been creating from the beginning. So I think it has also caught the attention of users outside of the enterprise world.
Did you know you can catch this full episode of Field of View and more by subscribing on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you get your podcasts? To not miss another immersive technology moment, subscribe today.